Hello children, how are you? This is the fifth part of the chapter Quadrilateral for class 9 Maths. In this slide, we will discuss some problems based on the midpoint theorem. We will pick a question from the exercise 8.2 of NCERT. Before we do the question of exercise, let's discuss this question based on the concept of midpoint theorem. In triangle MCG, A and I are the midpoints of the side MG and GC respectively. So here it is given IA is equals to 3x minus 2 and CM length is 9x minus 13. Can you find out the length CM? Let's recall the midpoint theorem. The line joining the midpoints of a triangle is always half of the third side and it is parallel to the third side. So we can write down that AI is equals to half of CM. If AI length is 3x minus 2 is equals to half of 9x minus 30. We do the cross multiplication, we will get 6x minus 4 is equals to 9x minus 30. Bring the like terms on one side. 9x minus 6x is equals to 13 minus 4. So this is 3x and equals to 9. So x equals to 9 upon 3, that is 3. The value of x is 3. So, but we have to find out the length of CM. So 9 into 3 minus 13, 27 minus 13 is 14 units. So I hope now you will be able to solve the question related to this question. If AG is 2y minus 1 and AM is y plus 5 length, how long is AG? Clearly that A is a midpoint of MG. Use that concept and do that question. One more question for you. In triangle DOG, D and E are the midpoints of the side DO and DG respectively. If the length of OD is 36 units, then what will be the 1/3 of BE? So, the same concept, BE we know that it is half of the 36. So this gives you 18 units. But what is asked here? 1/3 of B. So B 1/3 of 18 is? Yes, you are correct. It is 6. Let's now discuss the exercise question. ABCD is a rhombus. I hope you know the properties of rhombus, that all the sides are equal. Their adjacent angles are 180 degree. Diagonals bisect each other at right angle. And PQR and S are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. Show that PQRS is a rectangle. Opposite sides are equal and parallel and all the angles are 90 degree. So let's proceed. What is given in the question is ABCD is a rhombus and we have to show that PQRS is a rectangle. We know that all rectangles are parallelogram also. So first we will show PQRS is a parallelogram. For that we need a construction. We will join the diagonal BD. Now we take in triangle ABD. You can see in triangle ABD, since S is a midpoint, P is a midpoint, we can apply a midpoint theorem. When you join a line, The line joining the midpoints of a triangle is always parallel to the base and half of it. So in triangle ABD, as it is given, S and P are the midpoints. So by using midpoint theorem, we can write down SP is parallel to DB and SP is also equals to half DB length by midpoint theorem. Similarly, in its opposite triangle, that is in triangle BCD, since Q is a midpoint, R is a midpoint, when you join QR, it is half of the length BD and parallel to BD. So, similarly in triangle CBD, we will apply the same concept of midpoint. Q and R are the midpoints of BC and CD respectively. So QR is parallel to BD and QR is half of BD. From first equation and the second equation, we can conclude that since both are parallel to the same length BD, so it is parallel to SP is parallel to QR and SP is equals to QR. When a pair is parallel and equal, we can write down PQRS is a parallelogram. So our proof is half done. But we have to show PQRS is a rectangle. We will use the concept that diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then it is a rectangle. So, for proving that, can you write down ABQS is a parallelogram? Yes, of course, because AD is parallel to BC and half of AD, that means AS will be equals to BQ. So, when one pair is parallel and equal, we can write down ABQS is a parallelogram. What is the use of doing this? The other pair we can write down it is equal, that is AB is equals to SQ. Similarly, the same concept we can put for PBCR. PBCR is a parallelogram. So, the opposite side, that means PR is equals to BC. But what is your ABCD? ABCD is a rhombus. So all the sides are equal in rhombus. AB is equals to BC. But AB is equals to SQ, that means SQ is equals to PR. If you clearly observe what is your SQ and PR, here they are. This is your PR and SQ. SQ and PR is actually the diagonals of, since these are the diagonals and diagonals of PQRS are equal. If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then it is a rectangle. Hence PQRS is a rectangle. I hope the property of rectangle and rhombus you recalled and understood this question. So let's recall the concept we have used for prove this question. Midpoint theorem. The line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side and half of it. And second concept is property of a rectangle. Diagonals of a rectangle are equal. Let's see how much you understand about this concept. So this is a question for you. Solve and write the answer in the comment box. Stay safe and keep learning. Thank you.